Well, we need to feed 9 billion people by the year 2050. That's a huge challenge. Basically, our crops are not good enough to get the job done. Not only do they need to be more productive, but they need to do so under climate change, rapidly evolving diseases, and the real problem is, I guess, we need to develop these crop varieties much faster. Otherwise, we're just not going to make it in time. Because it can take up to 20 years to develop a new crop variety, and that's way too long. Now, NASA was trying to grow wheat in space for long space missions, and the way that they were doing it was they were growing the plants under continuous light, so the plants didn't sleep. And we thought, what a great tool this could be to speed up development of crop varieties here on planet Earth. It's rather radical suggesting to use this technology to develop crops because it really is quite different to the way it was traditionally done. And people told us, you can't do that, or this is not going to work, this is not possible. And we were getting this from scientists, and which was really surprising. And this, I guess, really inspired me to see if it would work and perhaps prove them wrong. And what do you know? It works. And we're sitting right now in one of the speed breeding facilities here at UQ, where we grow up to 6 generations of wheat and barley per year. So I guess once we optimized the plant health, they looked great. They looked just like the plants that are growing in the field. And we thought, well, why not select for some important traits along the way? Important traits like disease resistance for farmers. And I guess it wasn't until I was visiting a global malting brewing company in South America, I came to realize that one of the best malting barley varieties that they grow is susceptible to a number of diseases. And we had an idea, we thought, why not use speed breeding to rapidly transfer genetic resistance into this premium malting barley variety? The barley variety was great for producing beer, but the farmers had a terrible time managing the diseases. And so we did that. And it took only 18 months using this technology. We tested the most promising lines in the field, and many of them outperformed the original variety. So it worked perfectly. I've got a fabulous team of PhD students, and part of their research is to track down the genes underpinning these traits and to work out exactly how they function. And so once they've tracked down these genes for these really important characteristics like disease resistance, drought tolerance, we're able then to immediately transfer this information in the speed breeding system to develop improved varieties for farmers. And I guess having impact in the real world is becoming more and more important in the academic world. So 4 of the 6 wheat breeding companies in Australia now do speed breeding one way or another. 2 does speed breeding directly with us, and 2 have adapted their own system, which is great. So far, we've licensed wheat varieties to 3 different companies in Australia, and the first set are on track for release to farmers in 2016, which is just 4 years after development. And I have to say, I really can't wait to see wheat that I've developed growing in a farmer's field. It's going to be fantastic. The speed breeding system is, I guess, really going to create a lot of change in how we develop crop varieties for the future.